Hey guys, this is Julian from Jay's Reptile Care. This is a video about the cricket care. I didn't exactly get to put it in the last video, but in the previous video I did speak about these two guys. They're both hiding right about now. My collar lizard is in there. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing. I think he's digging and stuff. And my armadillo lizard in here. He's always hiding. Um, but yeah, if you haven't watched my previous video, you should, because I basically touch upon everything from temperature, humidity, substrates, hides, lighting, the duration of the lighting, the wattage, everything. The only thing that I didn't go through was the cricket. This is gonna be a separate video regarding the cricket care. But generally, everything that I spoke about the last video is basically how you would take care for any desert lizard that you have. Generally, certain desert lizards are different than others, but for the most part, they're all gonna have the same type of temperature and everything else that I spoke about in the last video. But to get to more specifics, what I spoke about is, a lot for the collar lizard and the armadillo lizard. But again, it will be ideal and also good enough for any other desert lizard that you have. So it'll be good enough about what I spoke about last. He actually came out a little bit. He was digging. I guess he's getting comfortable. But anyways, in the previous video, I did show you guys this. If you guys remember, this was empty. Today I went to Petland, a different Petland. I bought myself that coconut hide. It's really tall, so it's also a basking area also, but it's also a hide. It's really cool, and obviously a new water dish. I'm not nowhere near done. I was on a budget today, but I will be getting more money tomorrow. I use the same substrate that I have here. I put more calcium sand than I did desert blend, only because the reason why I filled up this terrarium is because I am getting a baby bearded dragon. It's not a newborn, but it's still a baby. It's about 4 inches, 5 inches, still a baby. And I want to make sure that when it eats, it has its calcium. A lot of people say that when it's a baby, to just put it on newspaper or Bounty or whatever. And but again, I will be supervising my bearded dragon whenever he eats. Even though this is edible, since it's a baby, its stomach can still get a little compacted if he eats too much of the sand, even though it's mostly calcium sand. But the reason why I put most of it of calcium sand, again, to make sure that it gets its calcium, it's very important. But at the same time, I will be supervising it and mostly hand feeding it when I feed it in here. Plus, it looks nicer, so I will be very careful. If you are not going to be supervising or hand feeding or making sure that it's not really taking in too much of the of the substrate, then I would suggest that you just put it on newspaper until it gets much older, and then they'll be able to, like these guys, stuff their faces with a substrate and nothing will pretty much happen to them. But it is a baby, so I will be careful. Again, I'm not nowhere near done. I will be getting a few more things, maybe a tree, a log, make it ideal for him, a background. I still need to get backgrounds for these guys. And I bought this actually also today, along with the coconut and the the water dish. It's a combo mini dome, deep dome also. Reason being why I bought it is because, like I told you in the last video, that will melt your cage if it is not a deep dome. This is a deep dome, so it's good. It holds 100 wattage and it's perfect. And I also have the UVB on the other side. So yeah. Anyways, that's the reason why I got this. I am getting a bearded dragon, and many more to come. Like I told you guys, I will be updating on everything. So I will update again when I get my bearded dragon in about a week or so, maybe a little bit less. Who knows? But anyways, let's get back to what I was talking about. The crickets. Okay. Now, I just bought new crickets today, also at Petland. I bought them this cricket case. Really cool. You can find it at your Petland store. has these tubes for them to hide in because they love to hide. And it's really simple. You just take it out. I can't take it out because they're full of crickets. And you basically just shake it, and they'll fall right into the cage, and it's really, really easy instead of picking them out. And your lizards will enjoy and eat them. So this is really, I recommend this. This will make your life much easier. If there is crickets in there and I just want to clean it out, because you should, you need to clean this your cricket cage at least every 2 to 3 days, because it will create bacteria, and they do, you know, poop everywhere, and you know, it will get very dirty and they will die. They will die. They're like any other animal, they will die. So, you know, whenever I want to clean it, I basically just put them in there. It's like a little hermit crab thing. It was like $4, and I put them in there while I clean the main one. And yeah, and then I just take them out from there and I put them in there, and that's it, done deal. So this comes with 3 little cup thingy, cups, whatever you want to call them, caps. Really, really small. That's where I put it. The food, the water. Let me touch upon water. Guys, I highly recommend that you guys do not put water. I have water because I do not have the gel. I'm going to show you guys what the gel looks like. Water creates bacteria. The bacteria will kill them really, really quick. At the beginning, my crickets were dying. I would buy 20, like 8 of them would die, and I was wondering why. I did my research and spoke to a lot of people, and the water creates bacteria on top of every other bacteria that it already has, and it will kill your crickets. Guys, do not make that mistake. And if you're gonna put water, make sure you clean that every other day, okay? And it's very, very hard, but that's as far as the water goes. Try not to use that. I recommend you guys buy, which I already ordered, it should be here in a couple of days, Fluker's Quest thirst quencher. It's blue little jelly cubes, and that's their main source for water. It'll replace the water. That'll be enough for them. Great. You put like about 4 or 5 cubes, depending on how many crickets. I have like 10 in here, so I put like 4 cubes. You should, and that'll be their water source. I'm gonna show you guys the food that I have. The reason why you guys do this is because you need to gut load your crickets before you feed them to your lizard, because whatever it is that these crickets eat, when your lizards eat them, they will absorb the nutrients that the crickets ate from the day before. So you have to gut load them, which means you will give them food and give it up to 24 hours for them to keep it in their system. Now I keep all my food in here. I just put them in here today, why I bought the deep dome combo. It saves a lot of space around here. Don't mind the noise in the background. It's my baby brother smashing the soda, because that's what keeps him entertained. But I'm going to show you guys what you guys need for your crickets. This is one of the gels. It's from Nature Zone for crickets and feeders. This is their food. This is their food. Jelly, green jelly. It smells really, really delicious. I'm gonna open it for you guys. Okay. Now, it smells delicious. This is how it looks like. Green cubes. And this has, where is it? In the back. Oh, there we go. This has crude protein. This has crude fat. It has moisture. But this isn't their only food source. This creates less bacteria, which is why I got it. Also good for them. They'll eat it. Moisture. But this isn't the main source. I will be getting another one of this. It's called Fluker's Calcium. It's like this but orange for calcium. You want to make sure that your crickets eat calcium, because your lizards need calcium. You don't exactly have to. You can always buy calcium, dust. I think it's Fluker's. They're online, and you can just sprinkle that on your crickets before you feed them to your lizards, and it'll do the same. But I like to feed them calcium, therefore they'll have calcium in them, and so will my lizards. Another thing that I buy is this is gut load cricket. You can't really see the name, but it's a powder, and this is great because it has crude protein. It has 20%. You see on the bottom it says calcium 1.2%, 2% crude fiber. This is another thing, food that I give them, which is great for them. Great, great, great. And that's what the second cup that over there, down there, that they have is full of. The third one, sooner or later, will be full with the Fluker's thirst quencher, and it's blue of the gel like I showed you, and it will be replacing the water. I also have vitamin supplement, food spray. This is a food spray in your local Petland. The reason why I got this, calcium. Look at that. Look at that. See that? What I do is this works just like the calcium dust, except you know, this you just obviously spray in them. So what I do is before I feed my crickets to my lizards, I spray this in the tubes because they're always in the tubes. They will always be in the tube. Let it dry for 15 seconds as instructed in the back, and then I feed it to them. So now they're eating protein. They have calcium sand. They're eating calcium, and also I'm putting calcium spray. Great source of calcium. They need it. So that's what you guys need for your crickets. Again, I recommend Fluker's Thirst Quencher. It is the blue jelly cubed bottle. I bought it online. It's about $4, $3 for like 8 ounces. The one I showed you, the one I have with the green Nature Zone that I have right here, that's an 8 ounce, and you only use about 4 or 5 cubes, and that'll last you like years. So I think an 8 ounce would be good enough. Trust me, guys. So that's as far as taking care of your crickets go. Make sure you gut load them. Make sure instead of using water, you should use Fluker's Thirst Quencher. You know, great. It'll keep your crickets alive, and you want to keep them alive and healthy for your crickets. And again, make sure you clean your cage every 2 to 3 days so they can, you know, be bacteria free, and also they won't die on you either. So again, that is how you take care of your crickets. If I missed anything, or you have any questions about these guys, about anything that maybe I missed from the last video that you want to know about, or about, you know, my bearded dragon that I'm going to be getting soon, or anything else about these crickets, just please let me know. I just want to inform you guys as much as you can, so that way you guys can give your lizards a healthy and long living life. So if you guys like this, subscribe, like, and thank you for watching.